ladies and Germans, how you all doing? I am Con Ulrich,
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
and today we're going to give you another 1v1 match here, Steel Division. This isn't a PDX tourney, guys, so don't get too excited, but this is new patch, I think, isn't it, Rang?
Yeah, it is post-patch, I believe.
I believe you're right. Okay, well, looking over here at Colville on this beautiful little map we don't see anywhere near as much as we should, who do we have?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have the Chickendew as the second French Armament Division. Ooh. And on the right-hand side, we have Dremora as the Panzer LEHR.
Okay, so you tell me, should we be crying foul that Chickendew's playing the French?
Well, I know what you mean. But at the same time, Panzer isn't really a good deck either. These are both, I'd say, more subpar 1v1 decks to bring out. The French are still decent, but then there's this thing called Fourth Armored Division, and we're not even going to enter it. But
No. We do not speak of that division on these casts.
But they're not really that great because they lose so much power in the late game, a ridiculous amount of power, and they have a pretty decent early game, but it's only really decent. Really, that lack of infantry hurts out. Same thing for Dremora, because he has terrible early game, absolutely horrendous. You have to rely on Pumas and some Panzergrens, and even then, late game, I hope he gets Panthers and Tigers and doesn't try to save up for B-Phase King Tiger.
True. So I guess we're gonna see who's gonna lay an egg in this one. And I promise that's all my chicken puns for now.
That's clucking mad.
Unless I think of better ones. We're gonna get started though. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of half tracks, a lot of anti-tank guns from the French. A rather standard, I would say, initial loadout. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, we're not seeing any like Stuart Greyhound. It's a very more reserved loadout at all. Same thing for Dremora, no Puma. So it's a lot of infantry play early on, and it's going to be a little bit tough for the French as those half tracks. He needs to have his 6-pounders nearby to effectively knock him out, as his infantry don't exactly carry anti-tank weaponry to a B phase. Yeah, he has a 6-pounder on all 3 flanks. He's got some Rave, some probably regular Volta gears as well. So it's going to be like infantry half-track play, essentially, during this initial A phase, which is an interesting pick.
I do have to give one small gripe. I don't like, there's a lot of players who go and get scouts, and then leave their scouts so far back. Like, these Spahis, for example, on the French side, are just so far back from the front lines, and he's having this advance half-track and infantry to the north. I can understand why he does it, but, I don't know, I feel like if you have the visibility, and these guys are great for it, rush them up. Don't leave them back and send up your infantry.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. I think it's just a bit more of a safer play, essentially. Especially like, if you don't have like too much recon. You're just kind of going to keep your 2-man squads alive and hidden.
But look at it this way. I mean, if you're looking at it, I mean, the line of sight, you can still have them be... Okay, Northern Cooper Spahis, for example, we're actually kicking off, by the way, up to the north. But Northern Cooper Spahis are hiding out in a building. Not exactly the most hidden when you think about it. Oh, look, there are guys hiding in a building.
Where you can't actually see them unless you get
Not yet, perhaps.
Not yet. And they are pretty good. They do have pretty good camo in the building. But down south, a little bit of play. As the half-track's trying to rush in, that pick 50mm is going to be forcing it to fall back. And that's a really nice little German line we have set up here. And we have some actual flipping firepower. MG42, half-track, and a pack 50mm. It's going to be pretty much shutting down anything that comes through that little southern choke point here.
True, and the one we're going to be seeing right now is an immediate call-in for a mortar, which I think is a great way to kind of counteract that little defense. It won't be a fast way to dislodge them, but it'll do something at least.
Yeah, it's better than rushing it up with tanks of your own. It actually sends it down. Yeah, it sends it down south.
Now we are going to get that first 234 coming on in.
Yep.
So not a ton of firepower, and indeed, we'll have local superiority at least for the time being, because those 6-pounders are very much out of position.
Yeah, and I mean those 234s can have a pretty easy time. They can spot and easily kill all the French infantry. They don't really have bazookas except for the command squads. But yeah, this is pretty light on the vehicle play. Like, no Pumas, no Stuarts. I'm really quite. Oh, we got a Panther Rufio. Oh, that's a unit.
Yes.
That's a unit, right? Yeah, that's gonna absolutely devastate the front lines down south.
So wait, do you think then Dremora is going to be setting himself up for an assault? Because I don't see the same kind of
He doesn't have
how do
the
you want to call it?
infantry for it,
Exactly.
but he has the opportunity with the Panzerwerfer being brought in. He's bringing up a Panzergrenadier squadron, which is definitely a good pick for an assault. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough, like, for really him to do an assault during his early phases. You know, his economy is pretty rubbish. So at the same time, Chickendew is being pretty reserved. I mean, Dremora is at the +1 point advantage, surprise, surprise, in his A phase. And, you know, French in A phase is when you got to do something. He is getting a Stuart, which is definitely a good pick. You know, Chicken really needs to just attack, essentially. He needs to attack somewhere and make a big breakthrough. As the German lines aren't exactly too thick all over, there's definitely areas, especially in this middle or northern area. If he can knock out the Pack 50mm, he can pretty much finish up everything with the Stuart.
If he can do that, though.
If he can do that, that's really all it comes down to. He is bringing the Stuart down south, probably to counter the 2-3-4 run, and bringing up a Greyhound down south as well.
Panzerwerfer is beginning to verf, by the way. He's aiming. Boy. I don't know exactly what he's going to be aiming. Do you think he's looking for that Voltigeur Nueve?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Going for. I wonder if he can do a full barrage. Okay, he's just doing the 5 shots.
No, he's looking for way more than that.
10 shots. So that's a lot of munitions, and he didn't really hit anything.
Yeah, not seeing a whole lot of real payoff for that.
No, he managed to pin them down, but he needs to rush up the half track and try to get a surrender at least.
And we also see some pioneers coming on in from the French. There's another kind of formerly pinned squad of those. A little bit beat up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not too much to write home about.
But yeah, this is, you know, just pretty defensive, reactive, A-phase play from both sides. And it really seems like, yeah, Chicken's very much focusing on this southern flank. Yeah, and really I'd say he should be trying to focus on these northern flanks. Of course we can't see what he can see, or he can't see what we can see right now, and we know that the northern flanks are a lot less exposed.
Well, if his scouts were further forward, he'd be seeing these. There we go. I get to have my gripe in there.
But
yes, I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
But especially like in the southern area, it's very risky in this like close range combat, as those Panzerfaust and especially autocannon units can really mess up your day.
That is accurate, except that 234 is going to go on down. That's a big loss right there.
That's a good kill, and he should be able to make a breakthrough in this like southern middle area now. As the well, there's nothing there. The Pack 50mm doesn't have line of sight at the moment, at least, and maybe he can try to make just penetrate through. He just needs to try and, you know, break through somewhere. And I know, just looking at the German units, I think he's going to be able to do it down south, actually.
Perhaps. I mean, we're going to see the Pack 50s beginning to rotate.
Yeah.
A little bit too slowly. You are right about that.
Yeah. But, like,
yes.
We got, like, one MG42, which is really a scary thing. I mean, recon unit's going to go down. But once you have Pack guns buggered, there's nothing really here to stop him. He has a good amount of infantry and fire support vehicles to really just break through. He just needs to go out Pack 50.
True. I guess the entire breaking of the Pack 50, though, he's got to see it first.
Yeah.
He doesn't have great line of sight where it is right now, but it'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to charge through now with the Nueve, and hopefully get the kill and clear it out.
Now we are going to see this half track is going to stand off and give a little bit of suppressor fire, trying to push back those Spahis, who, against perhaps their better judgment, are engaging the front lines against those German officer.
Yep.
Okay, but once that smoke gets out, they are just going to completely get rocked in the sock by the MG42.
Yeah, no, I really do like usage of smoke in the MG42, so he can just attack. It's definitely, that's a good use of smoke right here. And yeah, look, the German lines are now broken. Pack 50mm falling back in disarray. There's nothing down south. And this is really the big problem with playing Panzer, is your A-phase is so bloody terrible. You have no real, like, girth in any of your flanks. at all, especially more CQC areas. Well,
You're telling me it's long and thin as opposed to short and stout?
It's long and thin for the first 20 minutes. And then it all just comes out after you wait for a bit. And the problem with playing Panzer as well is you honestly just better playing Troph SS.
I do want to call out though that Panzerwerfer did completely stop that advance.
Yeah, that was a good kill, yeah. But we do have the Greyhounds now breaking through, and that Panzerwerfer could be the next target.
I guess it's also worth noting that MG42 finally did go down, but he did suppress and hold up that entire assault for quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I'm wondering if his 50 mil is going to be able to knock out a Greyhound or two. Like,
I do see something. There is a kitty coming on in.
Oh, we've got a Puma.
Yes, we do.
Okay, it's gonna be actually a bit risky because we've got 3 tanks here, and 2 of those Greyhounds are 2 stars, and they're gonna be just rushing in. The Panzer Grenadiers, are they gonna spot them? I mean, he knows they're coming for the Panzerwerfer. The 50mm is not in position yet. Now it is. Can he get the kill?
He needs one shot. That's one.
There's one. And he's rushing in the half track against the Greyhound. Will he be able to, like...
That's 2.
Oh!
And that is the stymied assault right there.
Yeah, it's a save. Now, if he can knock out Stuart with the Puma, I don't know. It's going to be a bit 50-50, especially on that choke point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Especially with those 50 cal half tracks on all the half track. And, the WC-52 rushing in. Even though it's just 50 cals machine gun fire, I mean, it's very light armor from the Germans, and just suppressing them up is all he needed to do to keep his Stuart alive.
True, but the Puma is going to begin firing in a second here.
I wouldn't want to be at Panzerwerfer right now. I mean, we're seeing, like, you know, rifle units behind enemy lines, but artillery units, that's something new. And I really wouldn't want to be the Panzerwerfer as an array of
get a closer shot of that as the French escort him from the battle space. Yeah, how kind of them.
That's very nice. They're technically Spanish, but you know, they're gonna be running array, and it's too bad he doesn't have bazookas. You think?
Actually, Nueve is also French too, as I recall.
There was Spanish volunteers.
Really, I did not actually know that.
Yeah, there were Spanish. Cool. Republican volunteers.
Oh, that would make a lot more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only like 100 of them or so in total. Really wasn't much. Fun fact: the Nueve were the first guys to set foot in Paris.
That for some reason sounds more. I feel like I heard that at some place.
Yeah, it's probably one of the dev blogs, but nonetheless, we are in B phase, and at least Dremora can get some proper tanks. Because he saved up.
No time for that.
Okay, he didn't save up for King Tiger, so I commend him for that.
And but look, that Tiger's not going to get scratched by anything.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Okay, that's not fair. There's one 57mm cannon on the field.
Yeah, and closer range we'll be able to penetrate, but I know maybe 2 tanks is a bit too much. I feel like he needs some more Panzer Grenadiers to really shore up that southern flank. He definitely needs a tank. But, I know if he loses that Tiger, I mean, it's not a Rittman.
True.
But if he loses that Tiger, that's not going to be good. And especially in more close quarters engagements, there's much more areas to lose said Tiger.
True, but he also has the Befehler Panzer IV, and that Stuart's going to really pull himself out of position here.
Yeah.
And that guy's got 2 stars. He got the extra stars on him.
Yeah.
Crew killed.
There we go. Got the kill.
That's a big loss right there.
Yeah, he really needs infantry to really cover his vehicles a bit more. That's what he's lacking down south. And the French, you know, they got a nice little +1 point advantage. It's all down here. It's all downhill for the French still, but it's not really all that uphill for Dremora until C phase.
I really do wish we'd see one airstrike though. I mean, we have what 5, 6 vehicles on top of each other. There we go. They're finally splitting up now.
That is definitely very, very odd movement, yeah. Here he's repositioning. Yeah, he's repositioning some of his tanks at least, but now would be a time to. I hope he's dropping smoke on the Tiger. I really hope
I don't think he is. Okay, we're dropping it, but at the same time, he's still almost pinned, and that Tiger is just going to sweep on through that smoke, and that's going to be nothing.
Yeah, but you kind of want to get the Tiger to come closer to you, so you can hopefully, you know, get the penetration shot. So If he can keep smoking that Tiger and keep baiting it forward, which is happening right now, he could get a kill. I mean, this is a really ballsy move from the Tiger here. He doesn't know what's down south. I mean, a 57mm gun could penetrate him frontally.
Well, I think we're not talking about the back door at all, so. Keep it clean, Rang. Keep it clean. We're a little bit through Phase B right about now, about 40% gone. We are going to see the score is still in favor of Dremora, though that's going to change in the next 60, probably about 70 seconds or so if Germans can't turn this around.
Yeah, and I mean, he's just getting some recon guys down south. And yeah, this is really just great passive play. The French, I mean, yeah, okay, he's getting another anti-tank gun to try and deal with that Tiger. But he definitely has the armor to try and take it on at least. I mean, he's got Sherman, some Stuarts, the AT gun, you know, mortars. I mean, he could definitely just throw out firepower on the Tiger and get the kill. And that's what he's doing right now, moving in the Sherman. He could get a side shot.
57 mils gone.
It's okay, it misses. He's going to be pulling back after getting out one shot. Smart move. And that Tiger's in a tough position because the 57mm is going to shoot it from one angle, and then the Sherman's going to shoot it from another.
57 mil has to get set up first, though.
Oh yeah, he repositioned. And he's
getting no. Actually, the first one died. Now we got two more being brought on in.
Yeah, but still, that's 3 angles of attack. He's going to be pulling back the Tiger, which is definitely the smart move here. But French just have that good defensive line as the Germans are hauled up pretty much for that one choke point.
I do want to see that once that Panzerwerfer comes online, he just remotely hits that tree line and the entire French position falls apart, though.
Yeah. And I'm really well, I'm not surprised that it got away because Enrave couldn't exactly do anything. Yet at the same time, I am surprised.
Well, I mean, they might have the whole grenades and everything like that, but the Nueve, I think, are just more stunned. They even had such a tank in their midst in the first place.
It also helps being a closed-top vehicle. One of the few times where, okay, there's been quite a few times where a closed-top vehicle will save an artillery piece, so I take that back.
Has it been with us? Because I can't remember too many of that actually happening.
I mean, like, if you get, like, bombed by a huge strafing run or counter-artillery. Like, counter-artillery, I think it helps out a bit if you have a closed-top vehicle instead of an open-top. Especially when something, you know, like 105mm shot lands on top of you. I'd much rather have a roof.
Okay, I do want to call out that if you look at the northeastern side now of Dremora, and you click on that Panther, the buffet of the Panther, it is definitely the calm before the storm.
Oh god. But he's okay. So Dremora's play has been getting the heavy tanks in B phase. I mean, it pretty much took him 3 minutes to save up for that Tiger, and 3 minutes to save up for that Panther. It's quite a long time, considering we're not even 20 minutes in.
Well, what's more, we're going to see a M10 coming on in as well.
Yep.
Question is, the M10 is going to rotate to the south? Yeah, he's really rotating down to the south.
And, really, he needs more Panzer grenades. He needs more infantry and support, because the tanks are nice, but... You need stuff to cover and screen for him.
Panzerwerfer starts unloading. He's going for the entire forest. That front part of that forest, either stunned up or pushed back.
And yeah, it's a good strike. He just can't really capitalize on it.
Again, I'd like to see him fire a lot further back. Hit that tree line. Forget those guys in the front. I mean, the orchard might have somebody, but I think it's more likely to have that. Right along that road. It just screams an obvious target for me.
I don't know. I'd say from his angle, it's... I honestly wouldn't even do a Panzerwerfer strike in, to be honest. I mean, you can stun up some units, maybe get a few kills, but... You can't capitalize. You can't attack afterwards because there's nothing there to attack with.
Okay, I'm talking about the area we have 57mm cannon, we have 4 half-tracks, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of felt like, to me, that would have been a perfect time to hit it. The Fela P4 does go down.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. And really, Dremora has just fallen into the I need heavy tanks trap. Yeah, the Panzer is so known to fall into. Haven't got a King Tiger, so I commend him for that at least, but...
He hasn't gotten it yet, you mean?
He hasn't gotten it yet. I mean, once you get to C phase, yeah, I mean, it's more affordable, of course. I still wouldn't really recommend it. But, I mean, now he's getting some Panzer Grenadiers to at least shore up his southern flank with actual infantry. And he just needs infantry and other units to help him out.
True. That is accurate. I'm trying to figure out if there's any kind of legitimate position that Tiger could go to. Not coming up with a whole lot.
No, he's pretty much holed up in that choke point until he can break out of it. He can break out, just needs fire support.
Okay, Befehle Panzer and the Puma are starting to remove armored threats in the middle part of the field. M10 is falling back. 57 mil did go down. Another M10 being brought on in. But that Panther seems wise to his tricks. That 1,200 meter range is going to keep those guys at bay.
Yep, and once you get 2 tanks on the field, it always just comes down to, you know, you're just going to get out-angled and side shot by the second tank. Especially when Chickendew has some pretty good room to maneuver on his northern flank.
That is accurate. He's bringing in some more AT guns as well.
Yep. But you're going to be hitting C phase very shortly, and that's when the money starts rolling in for the German tank division. And Chickendew has actually been doing pretty well for Chickendew. He's been much more conservative, and I'd really say you should, for French tech. You know, on the flip side, he managed to keep a lot of his infantry alive, and French techs don't have a lot of infantry. So, keeping him through all the way to the late game is definitely going to help him out quite a bit, especially once those more highly vetted Panzer Grenadiers start coming out in like the B to C phase. So yeah, you can get, I believe you can get 2-star Panzer Grens for Panzer LEHR once you hit C.
Yep, that is true.
Yep, that is true. So you definitely need those, you know, Vodegears, Nereve alive to help you out in that ordeal. And Sappers as well, especially Sappers. You can never go wrong with Sappers.
For some reason, I was going to correct you and say Saperzi, but we already have one of those. Actually, guys, if you have not seen the last game we cast, fantastic comeback. We won't say by who, but a fantastic comeback. You have to check it out.
But, yeah, we're on C phase now. Money's starting to start rolling in, but the French lines are extremely thick. I mean, we've got 3 M10s up north and in the middle, as well as a Sherman.
4. The 4th one's coming in right now.
4th, yep, that's...
Oh, no, wait. Oh, sorry, that's 57 mil right there.
It's a Sherman. But,
well, I saw the 57 mil underneath that M10.
Yeah, no problem. But,
I'm an old man.
Still, it's definitely quite a force that you have to try and break through. And there we go, we got the King Tiger coming out.
I was like, he hasn't brought in a whole lot, so I would be surprised if he didn't bring it on in.
Yeah, and he's really just been saving up for the bloody heavy tanks. The 2-star, you know, German heavy tank trio. You know, he's been working his way up through years. He got the 42 Tiger, the 43 Panther, and the 44 King Tiger. I mean, 45, we should see a mouse next.
Downsizing one more time?
Yeah.
ME-109 is going to come on in, start making some ground attack runs, trying to stave off this half-track from taking out the Panzerwaffe.
Yo, is it a 50 cal? No, it's just a 1919, so...
Yeah. It really shouldn't take it out, but it might just stun it up to death.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good chance in getting out. But that's the second time a Panzerwaffe has been attacked directly and is going to escape with its life. That's a lucky Panzerwaffe.
However, are going to see the Tiger E turning on around just to get rid of this gadfly.
Yeah. is he just sending it to... Oh, he is.
Yep,
he could have maybe sent the 234, or maybe... Okay, really could have just sent the 234, but...
Yeah, but you know what? If you want something dead, you got to do it yourself sometimes. Yep. And we're seeing that big block of French infantry put down there.
Damn.
That might be a little bit optimistic.
Yeah... Maybe. I mean, he does have... I'm guessing there's going to be sappers. And the sappers do have the bazookas which can knock out those tigers. And especially in this more close-range environment, and having their infantry support to cover said tiger, that's definitely quite durable.
True.
Up in the middle, I mean, we got the tiger, King Tiger and Panther.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is a smart thing from Chickendew. He's not even going to engage. All his M10s and tanks, they're just going to be hidden. No point even trying. Great thing for him, you know,
Mhm.
is there's no 76 mils, there's no 17 pounders in terms of static weaponry. So he
Mhm.
doesn't have to worry about hedgerows, really. It's just 6 pounders, which aren't that scary.
Mhm.
So he can move up and take a bit of ground. It's just once going round the corners and then trying to clear the M10s round the corners. That's something I wouldn't want to do in a King Tiger, to be honest.
You're thinking basically, like the guy driving the King Tiger, he might be a little bit umgefuckt.
Yeah, he's just. I mean, he's gonna be able to catch his open ground territory, but once he gets to the hedgerows, he can't do much.
Oh, this Kubelwagen's being sent on in to unmask all this stuff.
That's a brave Kubelwagen.
He's gonna. Is he, oh my gosh, he's not even looking that direction. Okay.
He's just. Yep.
Kubel down. But oh my gosh, the volunteers are getting shredded.
Oh, the volunteer! I do love seeing those units. I think it's the first time we've actually seen those units, Con.
I think you're absolutely right. At least together. At least together.
Yeah.
Checking back down to the south real quick. More infantry brought on in. Those are 2-star Grens you were talking about. Yep. And that Tiger E is not going to be seeing that Sherman just yet, but the Sherman's going to go right into his range just barely, I would think.
Oh yeah, he's super close. Super close.
Befehle Panzer and the Königstiger are going to see each other. Oh no, Befehle Panzer is going to see that M10 from super close. That's a big kill.
There we go. Men's clear at corner, and we've got some bombing around a P-38 Lightning on the Panther. Good hits, forcing it to retreat.
Now, what the French need to do is charge that Panther. I'm sorry, you got to send somebody in there to try to force a surrender or something, because you let that come back up.
I mean, look at the mid. If you look down south, where he has all like his tanks and stuff, he has a Stuart. Yeah, he could try and flank and get a rear shot or a side shot on a King Tiger or Panther. You know, now would be a good flanking maneuver, but
I don't think he's going to do that though. I think he's too panicked. I think he wants to keep that command opportunity in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, and just keep it on that flank. But sometimes it's good to reposition tanks into, you know, the mid flank, especially in an opportunity like this where you got that bulge breaking through. You might as well try and, you know, hit it up for the sides and stop that salient.
True. Absolutely true. This is quite a bigger bulge developing here.
A huge bulge, you could say.
Yes, yeah. He's
definitely a battle around it.
It's like, how are we going to worm that one in? 234 does penetrate a little bit, is able to take out 57 mil, protecting the M10 and the command Sherman. But down to the south, the Pioneers actually being called on. I was wrong. Not Grenadiers, Pioneers.
Oh, even better choice.
Indeed, enforcing back their opposite number. And this Sherman and this Tiger are going to be meeting in a tanks at 20 paces sort of environment here.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh god.
I can't watch.
I
can't watch.
That's where you have infantry in front of your tanks.
Well, he's not learning about it. He's doubling down. He's bringing in the second Königstiger in the middle part of the map.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
This is why you don't play Panzer. It's really it's not a good deck, honestly. I mean, like I briefly mentioned, it's much better just to play Troph SS, as you're not completely hindered in the early game, and all you need are Panthers. Panthers are as high as you need to go when it comes to the German tank hierarchy. King Tigers are, they're cool, they got really high numbers, they got big numbers, huge numbers, but you don't need those numbers, you know, 14 and 17?
I don't know. I think the Königstiger in the center part of the field might have just put the lie to that, calmly taking out both a Sherman and an M10, getting shot at by both.
True, but he also had a Panther, and a Panther could have.
Oh, but the Panther didn't. Yeah, but the Panther didn't engage either. To be fair,
it's just
234 is going to completely take this over. It's a 50-50 yet again. The Bouzier is now trying to put fire out in the field. That's super late here.
Yeah. And he's going to be able to break through in his center part. Down south, he has to worry about his flank. The French don't exactly have anything on that flank. He are getting some 76mm Sherman show to try and deal with the King Tiger. And, well, fortunately, is that the French deck, you know, don't really have a lot of heavy guns. So the best way to kill the King Tiger is to just blow it to bits or get a side shot. And even then, well, okay, it only has 9 side armor. It's just definitely quite durable. Very
yes,
durable.
but look at it this way. If a Königstiger gets flanked, he deserves to die.
Yeah. But it's also very easy to get flanked as a Königsklager.
True, but we might have to eat our hat with this. We are back to a 50-50. And although we are getting closer and closer to a monarch victory, we're seeing those super heavy tanks. Well,
the man's gonna do some damage.
Yeah.
Which is good. He has a lot of them now, and that's really just the benefit of Panzer LEHR, is if you can survive 2C phase, and you know you're not completely idiotic of the tanks, they can help you out. But I mean, look down south. He's really negated the infantry, and now the French are just rushing in with volunteers. You know, at the same time, he doesn't actually have. I mean, as a sapper squad, right? Yeah, he could just move up and knock out the half tracks.
Yeah, he could.
He could, but
definitely could.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Well, for that matter, there's been an engine-destroyed half-track there since about, what, the 7th or 8th minute?
Yeah, he's just been hanging out, you know. He's just been seeing the roar from the sidelines. And here we go. We got the
light vehicle
here.
charge. These Grenadiers, can these Grenadiers see them? I don't think they can. Oh my gosh, they're just barely out of range. That could have been a beautiful way to just stop that entire advance cold.
Yeah, at least, like, knocked out... Yeah, he could have knocked out at least 2 of them. And the other Panzer Grenadiers are a little bit too late. Or there might be Pioneers, who knows. But,
Oh, I do want to call out, there's another Tiger down to the south.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you lose one Tiger, you get another Tiger.
And here's where you now Panzerwerf that entire armored column.
Yeah.
I say armor, that's kind of a, you know, a misnomer, but it'd be fun nonetheless.
Yeah. He's going to be using the Panzer Grenadier to flank and get a Panzerfaust shot, because he didn't rush in with the armor.
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's going to force a surrender there. And
he's going to hit his own Panzer Grenadier squad, Joe.
Hopefully he stops firing.
Yep, stop.
You're hitting your own men. Stop
firing.
Wow,
he got a kill.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Forcing him back, he might even get the sappers as well. That'd be not a giant coup, but a good one nonetheless.
Yeah, they stopped at us for now.
To the north, in the meantime, the rushed-in half-track coming to try to, you know, bolster that northern flank is going to just shatter. I mean, 232, 234, and a Königstiger, yeah, there's nothing that's going to survive that.
It's a nasty little death ball, yeah. It's a nasty little death ball.
Forgive me, but I don't see the Shermans anymore. Actually, I do see some 2 burning hulks in front of the Königstiger, though.
He rushed in the Shermans frontally against... Oh, sure.
Wait, wait.
Yeah. He's bombing with a P-38 lightning, kills one of the 232.
Was it
whatever.
the 232? I was up top.
Probably 232. And that King Tiger just gonna be pounding away now with its big ass gun.
I am shocked he's not trying to take out any of this infantry to the south. There we go, engaging. No, not quite. He will in a moment, though. They're trying to get that Voltigia on close on in. If that guy gets a bazooka shot off, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, he's totally in range if he can get into that bunker. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be the case.
And German backs away just barely in time. If you can pin him down, that's gonna be the end of that officer, though.
Yeah. Oh, come on, get
there we go.
Oh, if he was in that bunker, he's barely out of range actually, the King Tiger. So.
Yeah, he kept backing up in the meantime. Pioneer to the north, by the way, trying to flank around the 57 mil, gonna get out of range of this half track. If he gets close enough, he could kill that half track pretty simply, I would think.
Yeah.
And we are up to 53-47 over here in favor of Panzer LEHR. So despite the fact that there has been some silly Billy play, I don't know.
The French is really ran out of steam at this point. I mean, his C phase, there's only 7 minutes left. French don't get that much. They've lost a lot of his important tanks. And you don't get that many in terms of tank numbers, especially when it comes to 76mm armed vehicles. And, yeah. I mean, King Tigers against French, now I think about it, are pretty good, especially if you get charged by 2 Shermans frontally and have your engagements frontally. And I don't know what the French can really do about these King Tigers. And Panthers, I mean, we've got another Panther being brought in now.
Yes, we do. Actually, I do want to mention there's a couple of half tracks that are just literally on the other side of the forest from the Stuart. Okay, the Stuart has not fired a single shot. I think it's time to draw every last weapon at hand that you have.
Yeah. At the same time, if he goes around that corner, he's going to be greeted by some German fat cats.
He's going to be greeted by that anyway. I don't care if this half-track moving on in. There's a 2-3-4 to the north that he's firing at.
Why is he
so they know he's there.
Why is he charging the sappers like that? Was he trying to like rush in and get a bazooka shot? Because that's not how you do it, buddy. That's not how you do it.
No, I don't believe so. And I believe this is the fall of Paris. This is when we ask the question, is Paris in fact burning? And I think after this match, it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not good at all. And really, the Panzer player has, or Mr. Dremora, he just managed to
heavy tank his way to victory.
Just heavy tank his way to victory at the same time. Chickendew. I mean, you don't charge 76mm arm tanks against King Tiger. He had a few good opportunities to get the important flanking kills, but he just wasn't aggressive enough in the early game, and he just needed to be more aggressive. He does leave a Panther in the middle, yo. I think that's to the Stuart, actually, maybe. Yeah. And we got...
Okay, but let's look at this a little bit even more so. So, to bring back a chicken pun for half a second, Chickendew really didn't push his beak where it should have been, i.e. the south. He had so much down there, like 500, 600 points of vehicles that were just sitting there for, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah, if he just got, like, 3 good sapper squad, spread them out, and then attacked, he could have easily cleared up that southern sector of everything, as, you know, you got bloody bazookas, but, he was a little bit too defensive, and you can't do that as French. You need to be in your opponent's face the entirety of the match, because when you let up, you just crumble. You just crumble. And if you look at the history, I mean, it's not that good for the French. I mean, you got a few good kills here and there against the German units, but especially in the later game, it's just French
loss
units
after
go
loss
down.
after loss after loss. Yeah,
and
exactly
then, like,
right.
KD, it's like 1,000-point difference, which is usually pretty standard. And he really had the opportunity in the early game because Dremora wasn't really doing that well.
Now, one thing we didn't really see at all from the Panzer LEHR player is an Air Force, and I think we talked about why that is. Regardless, that's still kind of interesting to me. We didn't see much from either player. We saw P-38 Lightning come in, drop a couple bombs, and that was about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really. I think there's really no need, because if you're playing Panzer LEHR, you should just get Fokker-Wulfs and Messerschmitts, like interceptor planes essentially, because you shouldn't be racing your 3 slots on anything more than fighters. That's
fair. That is definitely fair.
Yeah.
Any last words for our intrepid viewers out there?
No, just. Yeah, that's all I have. That's all I have.
Well, I can't put it much better than that. So, folks, of course, as always, tip your waitresses. Sing for your supper. It's been fun having you guys today. Thank you so much for coming on by. I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.